What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the video. Today I want to talk about Alejandro Garnacho, and this guy is a talent. Like, every time I watch him, I'm like, oh my god, we we need this guy. We need him. He's so good. He changes every game that he comes on. Oh, that's a nice bit of sun there. Every game that he comes on, he literally just steps it up, and he's gonna make it really, really difficult for Eric Ten Hag to be picking teams because this guy deserves to play. This guy deserves to start games. I get that you need to ease him in, but it's quite evident that he's well able. He is well able. He draws fouls. He's really, really quick. He's skillful. He has an incredible shot on him. His work rate is just amazing, and he reminds me of a young Ronaldo coming up down the wings. Like, he's just so good. Last night coming on, and he literally changed the game. He came on and the intensity of the game just stepped up massively. You could see the Villa defence just weren't quite sure what to do with him. There was that moment in the game where he went running down the line and Douglas Luiz was already on a yellow. He couldn't tackle him, and he just literally skips past. Unfortunately, it didn't result in a goal. It was he cut inside, took the shot, it was blocked, but it was just a really good moment, and that's kind of what he brings. That intensity, defenses can't shut off when you've got that kind of player that can just jump out at any moment. Really, really exciting player, and he's so young. He's 18. I think it's 18 and 118 days to be exact, or maybe 19 days now today. But he's so good. So he's got talent like Ronaldo around him at club level. He is Spanish. He was born in Madrid. He used to play for Atletico Madrid, but his mom, I think it is Argentinian. So you probably know he's been off with the Argentinian national team to gain experience recently enough in the last few months. He's played with Lionel Messi. He's got really good talent around him there at country level. So yeah, my wonder is he going to be brought to the World Cup with Argentina? Because I'm going to say I don't want him to go, simply because I want him to be ready for the return when the World Cup is over, because we have a lot of games. Like, after the World Cup final, we have the Carabao Cup game against Burnley 3 days after, so that's going to be massive. Not to say our players will be in the final, we don't know that, but if Garnacho goes, and Argentina do have a very good chance of progressing to the latter stages of the World Cup, like, what's gonna happen? I think Argentina would be mad not to bring him, because he's so good. He's the type of player, throw him on the last 10 minutes, see what he's got, and he could definitely force his way into the team, I imagine. So personally, I do think he will go. I really do. I think Argentina will take the chance in bringing him. But do I want him to go? Not really, for my own selfish reasons. But it would still be lovely to see him tearing up the World Cup, to be honest, at such a young age. Facundo Pellistri is going to the World Cup with Uruguay, even though he doesn't really get much minutes at Manchester United, if any minutes at all. And I think he's going to be one that will shine in the World Cup with Uruguay in the moments that he is given, because he wants out of United. He's not getting game time. Clearly Eric Ten Hag is just overlooking him. But I do think he will be one of the standout players that goes, or maybe a breakout player, if you must. But yeah, anyway, that's way off point. I wanted to talk about Garnacho. So obviously a rocky start with United because of what happened in pre-season. He was the player who was late a couple of times. Eric Ten Hag quite clearly didn't like that. Other players probably didn't like it as well. You can see that Bruno has referred to his attitude and the change in his attitude of recent. So that is good. It's obviously he came in and thought, oh, I'm at United, I'm with the first team. Maybe got a little bit too big for his boots. That's obviously speculation, but it seems that was probably what it was. I do remember, like, you've got Charlie McNeil as well, who's been very close to Garnacho. They've been playing together and becoming a really good team. I remember I was on Twitter one day and I think Charlie McNeil's dad was tweeting something about like he should be playing because we were kind of lacking in the attack, and his dad was kind of like publicly posting that his son should be there. And you know, I kind of, whether you feel that way, because I've felt that way, why not bring him into the game and maybe give him a few minutes. But when you've got people telling you, oh, you should be playing, you should be doing this, your ego gets a little bit bigger. So I wonder, was that kind of the same with Garnacho as well? Obviously things have worked out for the better and he's now been rewarded with minutes, starts. He's even scored a goal, which was an absolute cracker. And then the 2 assists yesterday. Now, let's talk about that assist from Scott McTominay. Like, he's just incredible. He gets the ball quickly, he chests it down, puts a cross in, Scott McTominay's running in, and it was like an Erling Haaland style goal. You know, studs up, boom, knocks it in. Really, really good vision to see that run and to put that perfect cross in. And again, Garnacho's touch is incredible. He can control any type of pass, any type of ball sent his way, whether it's with his chest, his feet, anything. It's like he's got glue on his boots. He's just so good. I'm yet to kind of see what he's bad at, you know. Everything about him, it's just so exciting, and it's really nice, really refreshing to have a young player coming out of the academy to be doing so well. Like, we love it. We love to see it. We saw it with Rashford, and we saw it with obviously the player who we don't really speak of anymore, which you could have thought that he was going to go on to be the top talent in the world. And you know, things don't really work out always as you would hope. But Garnacho, he gives me the vibes, like he gives me excitement, and I just really, really want to see more and more of him. And obviously he needs to be protected, I get it, but us fans, we just get so excited about these type of players. We get so excited about these energetic players who will you know, steal a spot in the squad. You know, as I said earlier, Erik ten Hag is going to have a bit of a nightmare now when he's picking teams with this guy banging on the door, because you saw what he did yesterday. He comes on with 20 minutes to go, and we're 1 down, 2-1, and then we end up winning the game 4-2. 2 assists by him, and he could have maybe scored 1 or 2 himself. Like, this is the type of player that you want on your team, and I think, you know, give him the contract. I know that it's in talks, there will be another contract for him coming in, but you just want to lock this kid down and, you know, keep him at United, get rid of any other interest or anything like that. And yeah, it's nice to see him being rewarded with chances. So yeah, our next game is Fulham. I'm sure he'll feature in that game at some stage. I wonder, will Ronaldo at all, because he was sick last night. And yeah, it's kind of a weird one. I know you'd want to be okay for the World Cup. Obviously, speaking of Ronaldo as well, Garnacho's first club goal for Manchester United, his first professional goal, was assisted by his idol Cristiano Ronaldo. That is just madness, absolute madness. Now, you may have seen this picture going around of Garnacho among loads and loads of other kids wearing Messi jerseys. They're all wearing Argentina Messi jerseys, and then you've got Garnacho wearing a Ronaldo 7 jersey, the only one in the group. And it's just like, wow, this kid, he literally has it all around him, and if he continues to work hard and keep doing what he's doing, he's going to be massive. He's going to be absolutely massive. So guys, let me know your thoughts on the video, let me know your thoughts on the match last night, and as well, who do you think is going to win the World Cup this year? For me, it's a tough one. I have a top 4, but I'll tell you that in the next video. Anyway, drop a like, drop a comment, and if you're new, hit subscribe, and I will talk to you more in the comments. Let's go.